Folks, thank you for joining us here for the second FCSN podcast. As usual, we are your hosts, Mike Johnson and John Michael. Now, for those who have seen the game of Football Galaxy versus Seattle Sounders, we just wanted to say that we have been getting some recruits for the FCSN studios, and we're still not done. Some guys you might be seeing later in the future could be Carl Anderson and Carl Anderson and Andy Carlson. I get confused between those two names, but you could be seeing them, you could not. Either way, yeah, I don't know. But let's get to the chase. So today, we're just gonna talk about some Galaxy stuff and some soccer stuff from here and there. And of course, I have my good friend with me, John Michael, here in the studios, in the booth. All right, John. Of course, you are Mike, here I am. And, let's just get right to it. The 2018 MLS preseason has begun since, it's been a while already. It's been, about, maybe, 5-6 days it has begun? I'm not sure, really, but it has kicked off already. Yes, the preseason of 2018 has kicked off, and it's like some practicing for the 23 teams in Major League Soccer. More importantly, for our LA Galaxy, it's not a good start, let's just say. In other words, the Galaxy played today, February 3rd. They played against Real Salt Lake. Did I seriously just say that? Yes, you did, John. They played against Real Salt Lake at Tucson. And, Mike, the Galaxy lost 3-1 in that game versus Real Salt Lake. So, obviously not the best start for 2018, and also not good at all, considering it is their very first game of the year 2018. So we could be talking bad news. Hopefully not, but yeah. I mean, we're so confident. The changes, the players, this is finally the freaking losing stuff has finally come to an end. The beast has awoken. The legends have returned. A new era has begun. We are back. And then we lose against a team who pretty much sucked. So, yeah, this is not quite good for the Galaxy. I don't know what the heck happened, to be honest. I honestly do not know. We did see Sebastian Lletget, who had a horrible last year, considering because he was injured and he literally did not play for the whole 2017 season for the LA Galaxy. But he finally got to play for the Galaxy today. He did do a great assist for Michael Ciani, who scored the first goal for the LA Galaxy, who was leading 1-0. But then later on in the game, Real Salt Lake scored 3 goals against them. So right off the bat, we can totally say that is bad offense because it couldn't score any more goals, and bad defense because they let them score 3 goals. Which is obviously not good. Now, I'm not sure what the problem could be, but maybe better communications, maybe better statistics. Whatever it is, you gotta fix it quick, because that MLS season is not far from now. And your next match is against New York City FC, who have really good players like David Villa. So you gotta get your pumps pumped up now, because next Saturday is the game with New York City, and they're a tough team. So you better figure this out quick, because I'm just afraid, John, that we're gonna suck again. Honestly. I always kept hope in the Galaxy in 2017. When the season ended, I was thinking, okay, the Galaxy will definitely need a new start. With these new players that were coming in, I was getting confidence and hope. Hope was rising. I'm like, yes, finally, this could mean a new start. But with this door opening and we look in it and we see the Galaxy losing, I'm beginning to be afraid again. I just, even it, I'm just really scared that the Galaxy will have a horrible season again. I hope to God that it will not happen again. They've already made the title the worst record in their history and in MLS history. I really do not want them the same thing to happen. That was an embarrassment of them losing 3-1. It's like, are you kidding me? You got Ola Kamara for crying out loud. What the living crap happened? You got freaking Barry Kitchen. You got Chris Ponies. All these amazing freaking signings who apparently was not even worth it because, we just like, we lose communications and we freaking lose 3-1. Like, seriously, guys, you gotta get into the game. A 3-2 score would probably be more better, but 3-1, your guys are darn lucky it wasn't 3-0. Or else it would have been even worse. Ah, jeez, this is gonna be a bad start. Well, Mike, also keep in mind this is the preseason, not the MLS season. Yes, but they should be considering this as an MLS game. This is like a practice game, John. This is like the chance to finally practice, to show their players, and to prove to the audience that we're ready, that we are ready to regain our titles. This is not the way at all. Well, the Galaxy do have 3 more games left against New York City, against San Jose, and against Vancouver. 3 teams who are all pretty much difficult. So, yet to see of this future Galaxy, well, not actually future. Well, yet to see of this new present time Galaxy team. We can just hope for the best, that they will do better. Just talking about this stuff just makes me mad already. Alright, change of subject. LAFC yesterday tied against Toronto FC 2-2, which brings me to the subject that scares me. I really do not want LA Galaxy to suck, and then LAFC brings the whole spotlight to Los Angeles, because it's like this Atlanta United. They stole the spotlight of being the rookie sensation in the Eastern Conference. I am really afraid that the Galaxy will suck again this year, and LAFC will take the whole pride in LA, and if not the Western Conference, as being the rookie sensation. Which I really hope not. But, considering the score, with a 2-2 against the MLS 2017 champions, that's like something to think about. We were reading earlier in the Major League Soccer app that with that score of a 2-2 score against Toronto, we were reading, could LAFC be mocking their identity? If so, it's pretty much a danger for LA Galaxy. Mike, there's no doubt about it. You have to accept the fact that LAFC already did pretty much make the spotlight in LA. They already have huge amounts of fans who are going for them. So there's no stopping them for cheering LAFC. It's been official since like 2 years ago. It's like, what I'm trying to say is that there is now 2 teams in LA, and now there are fans for LAFC, and there's still fans for LA Galaxy. And if LAFC continues to try to surprise everybody in the league, then it will gain more fans, of course, which will suck for the Galaxy, since the Galaxy have been here since 1996, and the fact of them losing and losing their fans will just be sad. But one thing's for sure, there's no doubt about it, the Galaxy will not leave this league. Remember that there was a team in LA earlier, Chivas USA, and they went bye-bye. And those years after were golden years because it was finally for once. Actually, before Chivas USA even came here as well. Those days where Chivas USA didn't exist yet, and after, those were the golden days because that was the only days that LA had one team. Now that there's a new, stupid homecoming rival, it's going to be a lot. This is basically the challenging year for LA Galaxy because they know they have a rival in home. A new stupid, crappy ass, sorry for my language, but a new stupid neighbor who's obviously taking the spotlight already. And this is what I'm trying to say is that they need to get the battery charged because they know they have a new neighbor, and I would be really furious if the title was stolen by the rookies and not taken by the legends. For me, I would just be freaking furious if the rookies beat the legends. Period. Oh my gosh! But I sure hope that LAFC does not take all the glory. I want LA Galaxy to be famous. There's no doubt about LAFC is already famous. Even before the freaking MLS season begins, they're already famous. There's so many fans in LAFC. So it's going to be a tough battle, basically. This is basically the battle for LA. And these two teams will stay in LA for pretty much a long time. Who knows how much time LAFC will stay? Who knows if they will actually be here until the end of the world? Same goes to LA Galaxy. But this will be a really tough battle. And LA Galaxy is not ready. This start of a 3-1 loss is not. It's showing that Galaxy are not ready. And the 2-2 score from LAFC to Toronto is showing that LAFC really are taking this serious, and they are head on in this battle for LA. And LA Galaxy has to prepare themselves for this, because this is going to be a tough battle. And what I want is that the Galaxy to prove themselves this year, to show them, hey, we're back. The beast has awoken. We're not going to let you guys take our title, because this is LA. This is our house. Beautiful words right there, Mike. Thanks, John. Anyway, yes, I want LA to prove themselves. I want the Galaxy to come back from the year of misery, to come back from the ashes like a phoenix, and to rise up in the sky holding that trophy for the 6th time in a row, to prove themselves who the legends are, that they are still the flagship of Major League Soccer, to show the rookies that this year is not going to be easy for them. That is my word. I dropped the mic. Boom. Right there. I'm out of here. Beautiful, beautiful words, Mike. I couldn't have said it any better myself. You know what? I think we're going to have to change the subject, or else this is going to be a huge argument. Because if you haven't noticed, me and Mike, we just hate LAFC. We really do not like Los Angeles football crap. And it's just a stupid idea of LA having two teams. In fact, not just in soccer, but in every stupid sport. It's like, seriously, there is 8 teams total in LA. And for those of you who are so sensitive to say that Anaheim Ducks do not count in LA, then let me rephrase that there are 8 teams in the area. You got Los Angeles Angels and the LA Dodgers for baseball. You got LA Chargers and LA Rams for American football. You got LA Kings and Anaheim Ducks for hockey. And I'm surprised. And there, obviously, now we have LA Galaxy and LAFC for soccer. So I find it so incredibly stupid how LA has to have 2 teams. Whatever, we cannot do anything about it. I just really find it so stupid that there has to be 2 teams for only one city. And I guess the same can go for New York since they have New York City FC and New York Red Bulls. And definitely for London because they have Chelsea, Arsenal, West Ham. And, they have like a lot of teams. And I just find that stupid. Indeed. Speaking of London, Arsenal defeated Everton with a 5-1 score. An incredible game. And a good game that was too. I was watching it with my friend John. And pretty much the rest of the game at FCSN Studios. And it was a really good game. Best part that it was the debut game for Aubameyang. And he did score his debut goal. The goal that he deserved. It was a good goal actually. It went right above the goalkeeper. Right into the net. And Aaron Ramsey he was the man of the match for he did score a hat-trick. So it was a really good game there by Arsenal. Perfect performance. Probably a new Arsenal that will hopefully be beating everyone else in the Premier League. As for Alexis Sanchez in Manchester United, he did score his debut goal. I forgot which team it was against, but he did score his debut goal for Manchester United. And Manchester United obviously won that game, in which I forgot the team they played against. Why do I always keep forgetting the teams? The teams that were. What did you? Okay, why do I forget the games? That's basically what I'm trying to say. I do not know, Mike. That's technically a you problem, not a me problem. Thanks, John. Thanks. Well, let's see. What is more to talk about, Mike? I'm trying to think. Well, I mean, other than that, I guess, recently in MLS, FC Dallas launched their new jersey. It looks retro looking, but I think I do prefer the 2017 primary jersey. Other than that, I guess it looks fine. I mean, yeah, I guess it looks patriotic to the state, so I guess it looks okay, maybe. Yeah. Well, stay tuned for the next match for the LA Galaxy. Will play against New York City FC next Saturday at StubHub Center. I believe it will be at 7 p.m. So don't miss that game. Well, we will hopefully see the Galaxy win their very first match of 2018. Now that they have accomplished of having their first defeat. And how sad it is that it wasn't even like a second or third game they played. It was the very first one. Oh gosh, just think about it. It just sucks. Honestly, it does. Which is why I don't want to think about it. Indeed. Well, I guess that's about it. We've come to the point of which all of a sudden, we just don't have anything else to talk about. Oh gosh, I'm sick. Well, do you think that's it, Mike? I mean, John? Well, I guess that's it. Yes, I guess. I mean, there's not that much craziness in the world of soccer right now at this point. Just, yeah, not that much huge transfers. Well, how about the rumor of Zlatan Ibrahimovic to the LA Galaxy? Oh yes, that's a good one. Yes. Well, let's see. That rumor has been like for about 3 years. It's been on and off and on. And like I said earlier, this year or at this point of the year, this is the highest that rumor has ever been, and it was like so close of becoming true, because there was even an article saying that Ibrahimovic signed a contract to the LA Galaxy 3 years ago. At first, I mean, obviously, who was a fan of this would totally believe that, but I'm sorry to say this. It's actually false. Spoiler alert. Be quiet, John. It's not a spoiler alert. It's a true fact. It was false. Ibrahimovic did not sign a single thing yet. Hopefully, he will sign something later on. And I'm really hoping he does, so that way the Galaxy could be dominating everybody. And finally, the Galaxy will have a player that is as highly valuable as Jovinko and Schweinsteiger and all of the Europeans who made a title in MLS. Schweinsteiger being the recent one, and I'm pretty sure he will continue. So I just really hope that Ibrahimovic does sign for LA Galaxy. If Ibrahimovic signs for the Los Angeles Galaxy, not only will the Galaxy have more fans, not only will there be more popularity for soccer in Los Angeles, but probably also more popularity in Major League Soccer. The more that European stars move to MLS, the more MLS has gotten more fans. And there's like perfect proof of that. When Steven Gerrard came in, there were more fans. When David Beckham came in, who's apparently even more popular now since he did complete his dream of putting Miami to MLS, there's been more popularity in Major League Soccer. And now that there is a new team in Miami, with David Beckham being the owner, I'm pretty sure there's going to be more fans throughout the years. And something tells me, Mike, that throughout the years, Major League Soccer might become one of the top 5 most popular leagues in the world. It is already the biggest, because there is no league that has more than 20 teams. So they already have the title of being the biggest, but they're not yet quite being the most popular league. I mean, let's consider the facts. I go to the Play Store to try to find an MLS game, and no soccer game, besides FIFA and besides Soccer Manager 2018, has Major League Soccer in them. Not even fantasy games, for crying out loud. Wait, are you serious? Yes, you could even check it for yourself. There is like 0 games that have Major League Soccer in them. All of them have La Liga, or the Premier League, which is actually the highest popular one in the Play Store. Why not? It is one of the oldest in football history and the most popular in the world. And, of course, League One. And some other ones, but those are the top 3 that show up. And MLS is not even in them. Wow, I can't believe it. Well, that kind of sucks, I guess, if you really want to play for, like, an MLS. If you want to play for an MLS club. And they should do that. They should do like an MLS club manager game. That would be so cool and awesome. It would be totally popular, especially here in the U.S. Yes, Mike, but you're talking about the USA, where there's huge people who are fans of the NFL and MLB and the NBA. All of them who are like twice as more popular as MLS. But hopefully in the future, soccer will gain that title in US, but then again, am I not, considering how American football has always been the top sport in the US? Some might disagree, some might say it would be baseball, but it's between those two, I guess. I don't know, but soccer is definitely not in the leader's spot, which kind of sucks, but for some reason the Americans just do not like soccer that much. It's a shame, it sucks, but I just do not know why or how. It is the top popular sport in the world, so I just do not know how. Well, it kind of sucks, but we totally got distracted from that Zlatan thing. But we did make the good points, though. Well, that was my point. If Zlatan did join LA Galaxy, we would have more popularity, not only in the league, but also in the team. True. And if we did get Zlatan Ibrahimovic in, we would be dominating everybody. Our forward would be more powerful now since we got a big, huge Euro striker. And I'm pretty sure the Galaxy would go back to the golden days when the legends were there, like Donovan, Beckham, and Robbie Keane. Those were the good years. I'm pretty sure there will not be like a Galaxy not like the Golden Galaxy, in which it was David Beckham, Landon Donovan, Steven Gerrard, and Robbie Keane. Those were the days. Perfect Galaxy who won 5 MLS Cups. And then don't forget about the old legends, of course. We cannot forget them. Well, definitely not. You got Mario Cienfuegos, who was a total awesome guy. Luis Hernandez, who is one of the top Mexican legends in Mexican soccer history. and what else? Oh yes. What was the goalkeeper's name again? Jorge Campos. Yes, that guy. That guy is awesome. Jorge Campos is one of the most amazing players I've ever seen. He played goalkeeper for the Mexican national team, and he could also play as striker. That is unbelievable. It's actually pretty darn impressive. Pretty impressive how a player can play 2 positions at like one point at his career. So he was one of the most coolest players in the Galaxy ever had. Don't forget about Alexi Lalas. Yeah, he was a good striker, a good player. Yeah, and the Galaxy has had really good players, which is why I make them the MLS sensation, and they still have the record of winning 5 MLS Cups. DC United being right behind them with 4. So the Galaxy better hope that DC United does not win an MLS Cup either this year or any year, or else the Galaxy will have to share that title. Unless if the Galaxy does win the MLS Cup this year or years to come, which obviously would be awesome. Of course. There's no Galaxy fan that does not want the Galaxy to win a 6th MLS Cup. Even in 2016, they were really trying. They did. Unfortunately, they lost against Colorado Rapids in the semifinals. But hopefully, we'll see a team that will go into the semifinals and hopefully win the MLS Cup. Well, there was an article that came out about Ziggy Smear saying that he will compete for the Shield. Obviously, since the Galaxy started bad, not exactly so confident about that. But he did say that he will compete for the Shield. Now, if we're talking about Shield here, that means being the top team in the Western Conference. If you're talking about top team in the Western Conference, that means you're in this MLS Cup final, which means you win the MLS Cup. So that's good news right there. But the question is, will he complete that saying? Because do not be like Jürgen Klinsmann, where he said, I will win the World Cup for USA. When he said that, I'm like, yeah, right. And there you go, they didn't. I knew USA would not win a World Cup, and it's highly probable, I'm sorry to say this, but it is highly probable they will not be winning a World Cup anytime soon. Germany, Brazil, and Argentina are the top teams in the world. USA, I think they're like in 20th place right now in the FIFA World Rankings, I'm not sure. 20 or below. So they're like not even close of like going to win a World Cup. Otherwise, if we're talking about the women's, it's kind of embarrassing how they're the ones that have won not only one, but 3 World Cups, and the men's have not even won a single one. Stupid and embarrassing, but whatever. You can't do anything about that. USA sucks. Everyone can agree on that. That USA sucks. John, come on. What do you have to say about that? Well, I'm sorry, but yes, I do agree. USA does actually suck. Mexico is totally a lot better than USA. Actually, they've qualified more times to the World Cup. They have defeated USA more times throughout history. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, I think the record of them beating USA is 32 times. While USA defeating Mexico, I think it's been like about 16 or lower than that. But other than that, yes, Mexico is definitely a better team than USA. I'm sorry to say that, but it's actually true. I mean, they did qualify to the World Cup. Now that's the thing that I want to talk about. Let this be a new subject for the podcast. Mexico in the World Cup. I'm sorry, but they're dead. They have Germany, they have South Korea, which kind of sucks, but then they have Sweden. And guess who is a Swedish striker that we're interested in? Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Now, I don't know if he's going to play there, but it's highly probable. Now, lots of people have been saying that Mexico is pretty much in the group of death. I don't disagree. They have the World Cup champions who defeated them in the Confederations Cup with a 5-1 score. And that wasn't even the A squad. That was the B squad. And they still lost 5-1. Now we're talking about the World Cup in which the freaking A squad is going to totally play. They're pretty much dead. I wouldn't be surprised if Germany defeated Mexico with a 7-0 score. Unless if for some reason they try to be passionate and try to show mercy. But to tell you the truth, John, I'm pretty sure they're not even going to make it to the round of 16 this year. Which will suck. It will really suck. Honestly, it will suck because come to think of it, Holland is not even in the World Cup, who eliminated Mexico last time in the round of 16. And now they play against a team that's even worse, Germany. So, yeah, shut up. They really better practice hard, like really, really hard, because they're up against some giants. And when it comes to the World Cup, those giants are not going to be playing around. They're going to crush the ants. Pretty darn bad. Yeah, pretty much Mexico has a death sentence, which kind of sucks a lot. So, yeah. Good luck, Mexico. You're gonna die in the World Cup. Gosh, I feel bad for them. But, okay. Change the subject, because we're just talking negative in all this podcast. Is there anything else? Well, let's see. We took care of the preseason stuff. We took care of the Galaxy stuff. We took care of the Zlatan Ibrahimovic rumor. And the Mexican World Cup. And Arsenal. I guess that's it. I guess pretty much we have gone to a 30-minute mark already. I wouldn't see how we have to make this our longest video, so I guess that would be it then. Right, John? I think that's it. Mike. Yeah, I think we took care of everything. So, yeah, but basically, let's just hope that Zlatan Ibrahimovic joins the LA Galaxy. And hope that contract will soon come. To make a long story short, this is the closest this rumor has been. This is the maximum point of which it has been in which it looks possible, but still not there. It's like you see the tunnel, you see the light in the tunnel, but you're like 1 mile away, but you're really close. So let's just be patient, because how the saying goes of good things comes to those who wait. Let's be patient and let's just hope that Zlatan Ibrahimovic joins the Los Angeles Galaxy. And thus that ends our second FCSN podcast. Am I right, Mike? You are always correct, my dear John. Folks, thank you for joining us at this FCSN podcast. Please leave a like, comment, or subscribe to the Football Galaxy channel. Stay tuned on FCSN for more events of Football Galaxy matches or FIFA events. And stay tuned on the Football Galaxy channel for another FCSN podcast or a second episode of the Football Galaxy show. Other than that, you guys have a good Galaxy night.